starting out, the worst hobbies. Never watched this YouTuber before. We've watched videos about different hobbies. Specifically, we watched one about what hobbies women find most and least attractive. But I think this is just the worst hobbies that this guy, found specifically.
Whatever you be doing in your free time, that's really your own business. But sometimes I have to ask you, for what reason? Because some hobbies seem to be the most boring thing in the world, or so stupid or dangerous it has me questioning how it could possibly be fun. First up, I'm gonna start with these
Okay, I'm not even gonna talk about dangerous hobbies here. I gotta say this. As somebody that owns Funko Pops, what is the hobby with collecting walls of Funko Pops? They're not going to be worth shit. Take them out of the box. Like, do certain Funko Pops grow in value? Yeah, bro, they're not Jordan 1s. They're not Jordan 1s, bro. Take them out of the box. Like, dude, literally, you know how many, every time I get a new Funko Pop, everybody's always like, oh, the value. They're worth $30, bro. Max. And you're sitting here like they're going to be a hot commodity in 30 years. Nobody's going to buy your fucking Venom Funko Pop in 40 years for fucking $100,000. This isn't fucking Cabbage Patch Kids. There are not millions. There are thousands of different Funko Pops. They're not unique. It annoys me. I don't know. It more annoys me. It's the same aspect of like people that buy shoes and never wear them. That annoys the fuck out of me. If it's like a $20,000 pair of shoes, different story. But there are people that buy like a $600 pair of Jordan 1s and never wear them. And I'm like, yeah, I know that's a fucking $600 pair like Mochas. Wear the fucking shoes, you idiot. Why are you buying so you could keep them up on a fucking wall? So you can keep up on a wall because they look drippy? Or they'll be like, dude, you scuffed them. I don't give a shit. Dude, I only have like four pairs of Jordans. My royal blues I've had for years, they look like shit. The toes are bent up. They have dirt on them. I don't give a fuck. They're shoes, bro. Wear them.
dangerous ass hobbies. You know, something like parkour seems to be fun, right? Doing some light jumps or a couple flips here and there, or whatever this is. But once you start doing double backflips of the Empire State Building,
yeah, nah, this shit's stupid. And it's not worth the views. Like, what is that gap? How far do you think that is from each other? That looks more than a Minecraft quad jump to me. I'm surprised he even made that. He probably had a run on this ledge here to gain momentum. That's like 4 feet. Yeah, maybe it's a fish lens. Either way, how much would somebody have to pay you to do this? Fuck it. $1 billion. No, I'm not even fucking around. Like, I don't, even then I might be like, no, because I'm going to miss the jump and die.
And gripping onto glass panes with the tips of your fingers, I think we've lost the plot. Because there's no way someone
or like what's that shit called where people mountain climb without gear? That's dumb. Like, that's not even, that's like you have a problem. That is you're an adrenaline junkie. You need, free climbing. What? Like, why? I understand liking climbing. People that want to hike and they want to mountain climb, yeah, use anchors and safety things so you don't die. The whole point of being like, yeah, I'm going to scale that mountain with my bare hands. Rock slips, you fall to your death.
can find enjoyment at.
Yeah, free climbing. It's about to be called free falling.
You're telling me you feel good doing this.
Oh my God, bro.
If you don't feel good, we're done, sir.
Is the fact that your life is in danger what makes it more enjoyable for people? Because realistically, that's dumb as hell, bro. And that's the older adrenaline junkies out there. Because deadass, you're out here stressing me out, putting your life at risk like this. Have you ever tried playing some Roblox?
No, actually, I get stressed out watching those videos. Especially the ones that he just showed where they, like, trip and barely catch themselves. And then they go do it again. It's like, dude, you actually almost just died. Yo, free mountain climbing free climbers and parkour guys are the first people to enter Squid Games or the Hunger Games. Those are the motherfuckers that are about to go, I volunteer! I volunteer as tribute! And then get clipped in Spawn. You get put in a highlight reel in the cornucopia.
Like, it would be fun to jump out of an airplane, but a huge part of that enjoyment is the fact that I know I'll live, okay? There's a nigga strapped to my back that's been doing this for years. Zesty ass profession, by the way. But some people just have to take it to the next level. Okay, what is this, bro?
He doesn't have a parachute.
And the worst form of this adrenaline-seeking nonsense is cave divers. We've all seen.
Oh, they probably grab him and then pull the thing. Yeah, that's dumb. Oh my God, the cave diving. This is the most annoying hobby. It's not even close. I take everything back I said about Funko Pops. People that go and they're like, they'll be like, they're always like sideways. They're just like, I have to inch forward by exhaling because when my rib cage is expanded, I can't move. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it out. At any moment, there might be some sort of flood. If the water level rises, I'll drown. And I'm like, you're having fun. Like, they're having fun. Like, that's not fun. No part of that. That is, like, not even whether or not you have claustrophobia. That is just genuinely unenjoyable. How are you pressed between two sharp rocks going, I'm having a blast right now?
Seen the memes, and you're probably familiar with the Nutty Putty Cave incident. And if you're not, just look at this picture. I'm pretty sure you can deduce what happened here.
Saddam Hussein hiding spot.
But cave divers, pretty much what they do, they go into these little ass holes purely out of love of the game because 90% of the...
And you're not even reaching anything. There's no cavern. It's not like there's a Minecraft ravine with diamonds at the end of it. They go through this cave, and then they go, all right, and then they turn back around and leave. There's never like, I mean, maybe there's like a little resting spot, but they're just in a dark ass cave. It's not like, oh, there's like an ancient relic here that you have to reach that they hid.
These caves don't go anywhere. I might, have an inkling of understanding if maybe the entrances to these caves led to somewhere.
Yeah. Okay, if that was the end goal, that would be sick. Okay, for this guy to have to go and like inch for like an hour to get to this, I'd be like, yeah, this is badass. Then I understand them going here. But it's never like that. These are the easiest caves to enter.
No. They just like fitting in holes. Pause. These niggas will go in pairs like they care about their safety, watch their friend die to a loose rock, and then think it's a good idea to continue exploring.
Wow, guys, Giuseppe's dead. A massive boulder just landed on his head, crushing his skull, shooting his eyes out of their sockets. It was really an eye-opening experience. On the bright...
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, this is one of the stupidest things you can do. Anybody that does all of this, they're probably not all there in their head. But for a hobby to be trash, it's not just something dangerous, okay? There's a lot of stuff that's just straight up lame. For example, if you collect some lame-ass shit, I'll let COD...
What else is lame to collect? I don't know, bro, because at that point, like, I'm not dissing people that love Funko Pops. Like, I own, like, 10, right? They're cool. But I don't like when people, like, act like they're an investment because they're not. Coin collectors. All right, chat, there was a point in time where I had a quarter of every state. And then I put that bitch in a coin store at a Walmart because I wanted to buy a Reese's cup. Oh, my God. I actually got rid of them. I remember I got rid of all of them. Hey, it was worth it. It was worth it. It took me about 6 months to get every single state, and then I got rid of those motherfuckers. I remember I used to have them in a drawer on my desk in a little camo baggie that I got. I don't know where I got it, but I had it. And then one day I was like, I'm getting rid of these fuckers. I want to buy something. That used to collect Mighty Beans. Mighty Beans are fire, though. Okay, what's something stupid? Coins are dumb. Coins are dumb unless you find a really cool-ass coin. I feel like collecting different countries' coins is cool. Like different currencies, but just collecting like a bunch of pennies, rocks. I used to collect, but the most boring hobby I used to have, chat? I used to collect, oh, this is cringe. I've said this. Well, I used to collect glass bottles. Number one, when I was like 8. I remember I used to go in the woods and any bottle I would find or like random piece of metal. Oh my God. Yo, this is some Dexter shit. I gotta say it, though, right? It's already out. It's already coming out. This just brought back a memory. You guys are gonna freak. There was one time when I used to be like a exploration kid. I used to love collecting tadpoles. I never killed animals, okay? Let me preface this by saying I never killed animals, okay? I used to like raise tadpoles and then release them back. I don't know. Like I had a turtle at one point that I found. There was a bunch of shit. I used to love walking around the woods and finding cool stuff. I would come across animal carcasses very often, okay? And there was a time where it was like a skull of a deer, and I took it home. And I cleaned it. And I kept it in my room for like, I don't know, 2 weeks. And then I went, this is weird, and threw it. I remember being like 8 years old, and I was like, why do I have this? And then I chucked it. But then I went back in the woods, collected more bottles. I used to collect soda bottles and like regular glass bottles. Like it looked like this. Like some shit you'd see in like anatomy class. I was cool. I was like, this is sick. Right? And it was like completely white. There was like a little dirt on it. And I remember I cleaned it. Bro, y'all are saying that's weird, bro. Like somebody said Jeffrey Dahmer type shit. Bro, Jeffrey Dahmer used to like cut up like animals. I didn't kill an animal. It was just a cool skull. Yeah. Oh my God. You know what just pissed me off? You know what just fucking pissed me off? Motherfuckers going, oh, that's weird. Half of y'all probably have a fucking dead deer hanging on your fucking wall right now, you dumb fuck. Half of y'all have a dead animal. Half of y'all have taxidermied fucking raccoons in your fucking house. And you're going to sit here and tell me it's weird that I picked up a skull? Get the fuck out of here, okay?
I'll let card collecting slide because it's high-key tough, like Yu-Gi-Oh! And
yeah, card collecting, I think like Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, that's cool. Even baseball, like basketball, like sports cards. But like, if you're collecting some lame-ass card game, what's like a lame-ass card game nobody plays? Where motherfuckers be collecting that shit. Like AOT cards, or like One Piece cards. Like, you're just collecting random anime cards. I'm like, bro, those are going to be, they're not going to gain value. They're going to be worth your Luffy card's going to be worth jack shit in 10 years, okay? Nobody's buying that.
all the games you can actually play, but like sports cards, in my opinion, they're kind of stupid.
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that.
Like, I mean,
Okay, the reason I think collecting sports cards is sometimes dumb is because the majority of sports cards are worth literally nothing. And you could say the same thing about Pokemon cards, but like, you know, owning a 10-cent Pikachu is still dope, right? Because it's Pikachu. But having like a rookie card from a baseball player no one's ever heard of from 1983, why do you have that?
like you don't play a fantasy game with some cards? Fuck out of here.
I don't know. I think it's what sports cards you're collecting.
But when you get to collecting teacups, bro.
This collection represents 35 years of my life.
Or you're collecting some shit
Bro, people that collect Disney pins,
like stamps.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Come on, gang. Showers.
nobody collects stamps anymore, bro. That's a dead hobby. That's a hobby. That was like the 1980s hobby that would considerably be like Pokemon today.
And even people that be collecting some old ass books. Well, I read sometimes too. Yeah, and also collecting colognes. I probably sound like a stinky ass nigga right now, but hear me out. I'm not talking about the people that just own multiple fragrances or just want to.
Yeah, like Jeffrey Fragrance or whatever his name is. He has like a shelf. I own too much cologne, but it's not even from me. Like, I don't know if this is a relatable thing for dudes. Too many motherfuckers be buying me cologne. Stop buying me cologne, bro. I could spray 10 squirts of every cologne I have on my body every day for like 3 years, and I wouldn't be out of cologne. I wish, bro. No, you say that. I remember there was a time where I had no cologne, and I was like, get me cologne. And now every year I get cologne, right? And I still fuck with it because it's like I like new fragrances. But then they be getting you a big-ass bottle. They be getting you a big-ass bottle, and you're like, thanks. And then it hits you, and you're like, I'm going to own this for the next 25 years. I'm never getting rid of this cologne. And so I overuse cologne when I use cologne. In my head, I'm like, I need to get rid of this.
I'm talking about those gremlins with the largest cologne collections you ever see. And somehow they look like this. It gets to a point, my dude. Okay, let's try, the gym. Now tying this to the next one, going to the gym, that's a cool-ass hobby. That'd be self-improvement. But this is just a message to all the middle-aged white women who do anything but work out. 7 sets of shenanigans and 4 reps of tomfoolery.
Wait, what class is this?
A workout. 7
That's actually not burning calories.
sets of shenanigans and 4 reps of tomfoolery. There is infinitely better ways to get fit, bro. Okay, niggas will do anything but pick up a weight. Okay, now moving on to one of my least favorite hobbies. I don't know if you can even call it that, but whatever you want to call it. But it's podcasts. You can't just keep giving.
Bro, and I remember I was out to eat with Brooke. I don't know if I told this story. This was last summer, and me and her are just like chilling. And I remember, wait, it was right when Jimmy Buffett died. Oh, so it was like, near the end of summer. So it was actually 2 years ago. It was September 1st, 2023 is when he died. And it was like the day after. And we went out to eat. Weren't you on a sandwich podcast? Yeah, I'm not dissing podcasts. Listen to my story, bro. Let me get to the point. We're out to eat, and there's these 4 guys, and they're cooking up an idea for a podcast. They're all facing each other, and like you could tell they're into it. And they're like, "Bro, we could talk about like baseball and like we give our like individual picks for like betting that week, and like what we think would be like the best thing that it would be like you would have like we would all have our own segments, kind of like in SNL, where it's like we would have like it would be like Joe Bart's baseball picks, and I'd be sitting there saying like, hey, I think like Shohei Ohtani's gonna cook it up this week, and I'd be like, yeah. No one's gonna watch that boof-ass podcast, buddy. Ain't nobody tuning into that shit. What the fuck? You're gonna start up a you're not gonna have any outside social media. You're gonna just start up a podcast. You're just gonna start. Well, that shit pisses me off. I don't dislike when people do podcasts. I hate when people, the first thing they're gonna do on social media is do a long-form 4-hour podcast. How are you gonna market that? Like, just on a logical level. Like, it's like literally somebody that's so detached. Like, obviously not everybody that watches social media is going to understand how to do social media. But, like, you must have the wherewithal to realize, like, hey, me just making a 4-hour rant and then posting it on YouTube is probably going to get actually 0 views. And there are podcasts that do grow from nothing. But a lot of the time, they're very condensed podcasts that are like 30-minute episodes. And they're very clip farm heavy. And those guys know what they're doing, right? Even though they're starting out on social media, they have some sort of marketing capabilities. But then you hear motherfuckers like cooking up a podcast with their boys. Bro, they'll get 2 episodes in, they'll blow $700 on fucking shit, and then they'll quit. And it's just like...
All right, let's put a license on it or some rules or something. It's dead ass becoming a problem having to hear some bullshit on IG Reels just because one guy thought it was a good idea to make a podcast. Because I promise you, it's like one guy in a group of friends, and one of them has the bright idea to go,
Guys, we should start a podcast.
Bro, because, like, I don't know. It's the same vibe where it's like you're having fun with your friends, having a conversation. You're like, wow, I bet people would really love to like, listen to this. And you might be right, but a million other people could do the same fucking thing. Like, at the end of the day, social media, like, just because you do well doesn't mean you're the best at your job. A million people can do my job. At the end of the day, a lot of it's luck. A lot of it's just, like, right placement and then majority marketing, right? Because there are people that have personalities that are very similar to mine that can do the same thing. It's just they don't go the right path down it.
don't start a podcast if you don't have any emotion, like Joe Rogan, who gets some cool-ass guests. Or if you're not inspirational and don't have wise words to tell me.
Her booty was so juicy, I told her my penis was large.
I love that video. I love this video.
Her booty was so juicy, I told her my penis was large, not a little one.
If you really don't have anything to bring to the table, you know, maybe that podcast is not such a good idea. Because
bro, it's not even bring it to the table, dude. People just go, I'm entertaining. That means people will watch me. Like, it's not that simple, right? It's not that simple, and it seems that simple, but it's not that simple.
Put syrup or butter on the pancakes?
Syrup.
Fuck. So what chicken sandwich is the best one? Oh, why don't we have a... It's not like... It's different if you're doing like a YouTube video where you're going to like sit down and like eat and rate and tier list every single chicken sandwich that you try. I've seen these kids before. And we watched a video of somebody analyzing their podcast. They'll be like, oh, so do you like waffles or pancakes more? Like, having a 1-minute conversation about that, like, I've talked about that on stream. It's not hard, right? But if that's going to be the central focus of your podcast, no one wants to watch that. That's filler shit.
Butter is good with the chocolate chips, but regular, I'd go syrup.
Okay, now let's think.
And I'm sitting there watching this podcast going, very valid point. Uh-huh. Wow. Yeah, no, butter with chocolate chips. That's really, huh. I never thought about it like that. It's really dependent on the toppings.
Are podcasts really the meta anymore? If a podcast as successful as Talk Tour can fall off, and now Hawk Tour goes off the grid, how can you say that podcast is still up? That has to tell you something. Okay, jokes aside, why is it the most brainless people that be making podcasts? If I want to,
Dude, like it's nothing. It's the shit that's I'm stuttering out the ass right now. Podcasts aren't the problem. It's people having no idea what the fuck they want to do with a podcast and just thinking it's the same shit. Bro, I keep cutting my fucking train of thought. It's the same shit that TikTokers did in 2020 to 2022 when they were like, I got a little bit of social media clout. I think I'm going to become a rapper. I think that I'm going to start singing. Having no experience previously in a fucking singing career, and then dropping the absolute worst song you've ever heard of as a single.
to hear somebody yap for an hour, at least be like funny or something, or be insightful or have some knowledge on what you're talking about. We all don't need to comment on shit, okay? I think Tyler said it best. If I was president, the first thing I'd do is take podcast mics away from niggas. Especially like all these red pill podcasts where they swear they're
Did Tyler, the creator, really say that?
onto something, but they're really not. And they're just talking about some bullshit. For an example, let's analyze this clip real quick.
So I measure time. I've compressed and condensed time. I've bent it.
Okay, then let's see how he's done that.
My day is 6 a.m.
I've watched this video. I think I made fun of this on a TikTok. Yeah, he just fucks up math and says that his day is like 28 hours long or some shit.
to noon, and I'm not crazy.
I mean, 6-hour day, that's not really a day now, is it?
My second day starts at noon and goes till 6 p.m. That's day 2. And then the next day is 6 p.m. to midnight. What I've done now is I have changed and manipulated time. I now get 21 days a week. Stack that up over a month, I'm going to kick your butt.
Okay, so pretty much
He's just saying he has time management. He just segments his day into 3 parts. He has one specific set of things he accomplishes in one 6-hour time span, one in the next, one in the next. Like, just say that. Just say, hey, write down what you need to do and be better at it. I compartmentalize my... Instead, motherfuckers... People be trying to act too smart, dude. That's the big thing. And, like, honestly, I've done that shit sometimes where I try to use big words and I try to sound fucking smart as shit. Just shut the fuck up and say what you're trying to say. You know, you know what I mean? Like it'd be, I condense my day into a 6-hour day. So that mathematically gives me the time frame where I'm able to be more economically efficient and understand the ergonomics of the world and water and how things move in a different side. I write down what I have to do in a day.
all this guy has done is call 6-hour periods a day.
You stupid.
Well, with that logic, my day's every hour. So I have like 100 days a week. Yeah, whose butt's being kicked now? And this next one is probably the most despicable hobby out. And it's being online. You know, I'm not really one to talk because my screen time doesn't really look the great.
Bro, that ain't a hobby. If you say, oh, what's your hobby? And a motherfucker goes, I scroll on TikTok for 4 hours a day. That's not a hobby. Like, watching shows, that's not a hobby. A hobby is something that's like an activity. It is. Bro, you would get clowned. If somebody was like, hey, what's your favorite hobby? I sit in my bed and watch TikTok for 4 hours and eat Doritos. That's not a hobby. That's an activity. That's not like, I gotta Google a hobby. An activity done regularly in one's leisure time for pleasure. Oh, it is. It's not a good hobby. It's the worst hobby. I would rather a motherfucker tell me that they collect Digimon characters than they sit in their room and just scroll on like iFunny for 4 hours. I do it too. Like, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm better, right? Like, I'll sit midnight to 2 a.m. just fucking doom scrolling. But it's bad, right? You look back on it, and it's just like that time wasn't even there.
Yeah, this one goes out to the chronically online people, you know, the keyboard warriors, the full-time Discord mods, and the, stereotypical Redditors. Maybe it's just a handful of y'all giving bad examples, but too many want to diddle kids.
You look like you should be
Bro, the same shit with, somebody said anime, the same shit with anime, when motherfuckers go, oh, I'm starting up One Piece. You gotta have unlimited time on your hands. When somebody goes, yeah, I'm starting Naruto. Oh, so you're gonna watch 1,000 episode anime? Yeah, I think I'll be done. I did the math. I think I'll be done in like 3 months. Oh, so you're gonna watch like 40 episodes a day? How long are you? How much time do you have on your hands?
but too many want to diddle kids.
You look like you should be friends with a 13-year-old boy.
Does it matter?
This is just an astute observation of mine. I know it doesn't apply to everyone in the category, okay? The ones I'm talking about, they all sort of have a certain look to them. You know, a fedora is a dead giveaway, and a neckbeard will get you.
Bro, but do people actually wear fedoras, though? The whole, like, fedora neckbeard meme, I genuinely feel like it's so far from anybody that actually acts like that. It's real. I've never seen a non-parody, ironic, sarcastic meme where somebody is wearing a fedora and, like, being cringe. You don't see them because they don't go outside. Oh, my God.
Like, ain't
You're
shit
right.
getting done when you're online, I promise you. It's just pure doom scrolling, frying your brain till it looks like a raisin. We can just look at other hobbies that are objectively good, like sports. While you're doing it, you're getting fit, or reading, you're increasing your brain power, or while having entertainment.
Yeah, reading is a fire hobby. I make fun of it. I know everybody makes fun of it, but if you love reading, like that benefits you.
But fucking IG Reels, bro. Yeah, it's pure entertainment, but you can't tell me this shit is not damaging to the youth.
I'm raising all over the place, going on your face, handing out packets.
But I'm really one to talk now that I deep it. Just look at my videos, bro. It's really just the worst elements of the internet combined into an 8-minute video just so I can get mid-roll ads. But anywho, we're just gonna ignore everything I just said and move on to our next hub.
The old David Dobrik shit where it would just be a black screen for 2 minutes so it would reach the 8-minute mark.
Okay, for the last one, I have a real fear in my hearts for the people that do this, bro. And it's taxidermy. If you don't know what taxidermy is, it's where you take a dead animal carcass.
That's not a hobby. Do people do that as a hobby? I know there's people that do taxidermy as a job. There's people that stuff dead animals for fun. Where do you even get the animals? Like roadkill? At that point, it's mangled, though. Yeah, if your hobby hunting, yeah, that's true.
And then stuff it to make it look like it's still alive for display. Yup, that's the real description.
You know what really annoys me? When people taxidermy their dead pets. That shit's... Like, I don't know. It's not the same thing as, like, taxidermying a human. But on the same level of, like, you're mourning that thing, and now you have an attachment to it, and so you're going to taxidermy it, is wild. There actually was somebody that taxidermied a human, though. It was, like, her son, like, died at I don't know if it was taxidermy, but it was something. Or his body was embalmed. Like, the mom's son died, and she got him, like, embalmed and propped up like holding a soccer ball, and he was dead for like years, just like in her living room. That's crazy. That's different. That's on another level of taxidermy. I'm not putting those together. Okay, you taxidermy your dead pet, I'd be like, that's a little weird, right? Your son dies and you put him in your living room like he's like a figurine.
Can somebody please explain to me where the enjoyment in this is? Like, what is this freak-ass hobby, bro? I cannot trust a single nigga that is doing this. You know, like, doing it to deer heads is one thing. Still weird as fuck, though. You're pushing it. But when you start combining animals that aren't related at all to create monstrosities...
A turducken?
Yeah, you are a lost soul, bro. Stay away from me. How do you even go about finding out that this is something you're passionate about? Oh, yeah, and gooning. Yeah, that's a pretty bad one. Enough of that.
Fire outro. Yeah, this YouTuber's fire, though. Sounds like you're not actually black, so stop dropping the N-word. I guess you're Asian and don't live in the U.S. since the accent sounds so forced and inconsistent. What? What? That bro said he doesn't sound black. Oh, my God. All right. Next.